Hey everyone, I'm Chris and welcome back to another video. I have a new filming spot. Well, actually, it's because that we are all in lockdown. My flatmate's here, my husband is here, and for some reason I don't like it when people listen to me while I film. So that's why I'm here. I've locked myself in the bedroom until I finish this video. But anyway, today I'm gonna share with you guys the 5 books that changed my life financially. I feel like this is the best time to read books because most people are in lockdown, and also if you're looking for books about personal finance, investing in real estate, then you should watch this video. First book I recommend is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Almost everyone who invests in real estate have read this book. It's an easy book to read. You can read it in a few hours, and I feel like it's a good book to recommend anyone who's wanting resources to increase their financial education. For me, I read this book ages ago. I think I was in my early 20s. I was still living in the Philippines and I had no money, but still at that time it convinced me to invest in real estate. Another major takeaway I got from this book is the difference between an asset and a liability, because some people will say that their car is an asset when in fact it's not. Anything that takes money away from you and paying to someone else is a liability, and also a house can be a liability, for example, because every time you pay your mortgage every month, it takes money from you and paying a bank, so that's why it's a liability. And a way to make your house into an asset is to rent out some rooms or rent out the whole house itself, and when you have a positive cash flow from the rent, that's when your house becomes an asset. I remember this lesson from the book really well, and that's why we've always rented out the spare bedroom in the house. We've tried Airbnb, we've tried long-term tenants, and it helped us tremendously with the mortgage. We bought this house around 4 years ago, and it's not the cheapest house out there because we live very close to the city, but in a couple of years we'll be mortgage free because we've always had rental income. I also would like to mention that Robert Kiyosaki has a lot of books out there, and although Rich Dad Poor Dad is a great book, it's one of the best books out there about real estate, I feel like you don't need to read his other books because I think that his ideas have been repackaged and sold into different books. I've read like one other book and that's how I felt. That's just my opinion, but still you should definitely read Rich Dad Poor Dad. The second book I want to mention is The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. So this is another easy book to read. It's a good resource on someone starting out on real estate and personal finance. This book was written in the 1920s and the ideas are still applicable today wherever you are in the world, making this book universal and timeless, and this is another book that really convinced me to invest in real estate. Next book is The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. Okay, so this isn't actually a finance book, but I wanted to mention it because it had a lot of influence in my life. It made me realize that I don't need a lot of stuff in my life, that I already have everything I need right here. I actually have more than enough of what I need, and that's why I stopped shopping altogether. I don't buy anything at all anymore, except when I absolutely really need to, and because of that it helped me save a lot of money. Next book I want to mention is The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. So this book is all about the author's life and how he lives very differently compared to the rest of the world as a digital nomad. And this book really motivated me to become financially independent. Financial independence can mean different things to different people, but for me it means being independent from an employer as a source of income. So that's why I invest in the stock market, I invest in real estate, and also I'm planning to retire early by the age of 40, all thanks to this book. Because I thought if Tim Ferriss can do it, then so can I. And more people are doing it now. There's actually a movement called the FIRE movement, which means financial independence, retire early. So if you have the same goals as I do, and if you want some motivation, then I really recommend this book. Last but not the least is Multiple Streams of Income by Robert G. Allen. I actually have this book right now, but I'm using it to prop my camera. This book was recommended to me by a friend who also invests in real estate. My biggest takeaway from this book is what I learned about index funds. A couple of years ago, it has always been my goal to invest in the stock market, and at that time, the whole thing was foreign to me. I did a lot of research, and this book really helped me out because it has a lot of historical data. It's very easy to understand, and it served as the last push I needed to overcome my fear in investing in the stock market, particularly in index funds. This book not only covers the stock market, actually it also covers real estate. So if you're interested in both, I really recommend this book. Guys, we are nearing the end of this video. You would know because Coco is here. So those are the 5 books that changed my life financially. I do really recommend it if you want resources on personal finance, real estate, and retiring early. It changed my life, and I wouldn't be where I am today had I not read those books. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Thanks for spending your time with me. I hope you guys are keeping safe and keeping healthy in this difficult time. Leave a like for Coco. Leave me a comment. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Coco's gonna say goodbye. Oh! Bye!
You can't wait on other people to be what you've been called to be. You can't wait on their affirmation. You can't wait on their approval. You can't wait on their support. Sometimes you just got to run and look behind you and say, everybody who wants to run, run, but I can't stop running because you're not running with me. Listen to me, hear me. You can't stop chasing your dream.